The usurpers are dead, and Konrad, Duke of Upper Burgundy, has his eyes on some territory just to the west to begin in earnest, now, finally, the expansion, and to begin building what will become the future Kingdom of Burgundy. Hello everybody, Realm Builder Guy here, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 and the Rise of Burgundy here with the Royal Court DLC. So in the last episode, of course, we had two uprisings up here in the north, the county of Besançon. This, of course, has irked our good Duke Konrad, who is now 60 years old. You can see Hugbert is now 18, by the way. Anyway, we have some people here as prisoners, specifically Count Roger. Count Roger, his heir is his daughter, and the question being, what is done with Count Roger? Well, let's negotiate the release. We can banish him, we can force him to renounce his claims. So he will lose 30 opinion, so he loses the claim on Duchy of Upper Burgundy, loses claim on County of Doyle. We can banish him, but not gain a weak hook. So, banishing really won't help. I don't want to kill him outright. Obviously, his opinion goes way down, but I don't care. We are going to not execute him like we have executed others before. Instead, I want to gain the weak hook, and I want to force them to renounce their claims. And with that, we will release him. I thought about just executing him. That, of course, is possible. We gain dread, lose some more piety, and their family just hates us ever more. But I am not going to do that. Instead, we believe that this, and we, Konrad and I, of course we chatted a little bit, believe that this is the best move forward, and we will use that hook as well here in a minute to alter the vassal contract. But renouncing the claims is very, very important. We will negotiate the release as such. So, here you can see we've gained a favor hook on Count Roger, who absolutely hates us. That entire family absolutely hates us. But I don't care. Can't revoke the title, of course, but we can modify the feudal contract. We could imprison him again, but what's the point in doing that? But modifying this will be important, and we will bump up the levies to normal. Sorry, the feudal taxes to normal. We will use a hook. We can't do levies to high, because that would be tyrannical. But changing the taxes from 0 to 0.2, I believe will be good. It'll be a good move for us. So we'll modify the vassal contract accordingly. He hates us, and I don't care. Another uprising from there, and it'll be a very swift execution without question. We're going to unpause here, and of course, looking to the County of Viennois, because that is the direction that we want to go. Now, Dauphin Guillaume has added a few new allies, including the Duke of Spoleto. He is currently in war. Have about 1,900-ish. 2,000, just over 2,000, 2,400, 2,500 troops. If we go to declare war, they have 2,900. We have 5,000. We can go for our claims, or we can continue adding more claims, but financially we can't afford the additional claims. Now we can bring in some of our allies, of course, who would come in. I believe a few of them would at this point, maybe not all of them, but enough to give us the balance of power in this fight. If we don't bring in these two down here, that's 800 less. We'd still have 4,200. We would still have more than enough. And on top of that, of course, they are currently at war. Up, down here, up north. So that's an ally. Where are they at war? They're down here at war, it looks like. The defender is Pio of Ancona. There. Okay. So they are at war down here. They're assisting Spoleto. So this actually would be a bad time to conduct this war, as their forces are now focused elsewhere, their attention. And as such, I think it wouldn't necessarily be bad. Financially, I'd like more money in the bank. So I think we're going to just wait a little bit. I hate going to war at a point where finances are this tight. So we're going to wait a little bit and just kind of see how that war down there goes. Odds are it's going to be over pretty quickly. It's one county, and Spoleto will overrun it. Now, Beatrix can marry. Let's see if there's a good alliance first. Anjou. Of course, we can continue our alliance there. Other than that, there is nothing here as far as alliance goes that makes any sense at all. What about a matrilineal marriage? Ah. So we can get to the county of Rennes or all of Brittany. That's interesting. Adrian is host. There's the Pope is his host, who is in power in Brittany itself. It's a jarldom of Brittany right now. Interesting, interesting. So we get the claims, but nothing really else beyond claims. Yeah, I don't know if that's really of massive interest to us at this point, because I really don't care about those claims up there. Instead, here's another one from the same house who is unlanded, but he's comely. He is deceitful, forgiving, and arrogant. And they are, of course, related, as apparently absolutely everybody is. Which isn't surprising. He is unlanded. I think I'm going to hold off right now on marrying her, and we'll just move forward here a little bit. Social manipulation. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought. But my Chancellor, Mayor Riprando, has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed at the council table. He's testing my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give him a taste of his own medicine. So all of these are going to add stress due to Konrad being shy. So we don't have to worry about them. I will ignore him and steal his ideas, is one possibility. He shall have tasks which are impossible to complete. Commenting on his shapely legs will throw him off. How dare you challenge your duke? Well, trying to think. He's vengeful. Get a weak hook, and he's irritable. So an outburst would make more sense. So how dare you challenge me? There. I think that makes the most roleplay sense. As an irritable character, he would then, in that moment, also being vengeful, just have an outburst and then move on. Karl comes of age. I'm so proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult with sufficient tutelage. Okay, he's displayed little inclination. Duchess Bertha's contributions towards Karl's education cannot go unmentioned. Her lessons have given Karl valuable knowledge for his future life. He's a skilled tactician and an aggressive attacker. And of course, Karl himself, he is part of the Knights Templar. So they grew up so fast. It's actually a pretty good son when you look at attributes and whatnot that he gets additionally. Till death do us part. Oh no, my dear Bertha. I might not have loved you, Yet I feel you're passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. You were always there, my constant companion. Did I take you for granted? There's so many things I left unsaid. I hope you find peace, Beata. So, of course, that pushes the stress up. Alliance has expired with Count Udes. Neighboring ruler has won a war. But now it is time to find a new spouse. So the 61-year-old Konrad has picked his future wife, and it is Gloimed Solomon de Por, who has the claims in Brittany. Now, we talked about that before, of course. It's not really an area I'm overly interested in, but as such, to have those claims within the family might not be a bad thing. And there really aren't many here with great traits to pass on. Not a lot to choose from, but to add those claims could add an interesting dynamic. On top of that, and the chance of children is medium, given his older age, but she's still young. And Duke Konrad gains 600 in prestige from this. So we will send the proposal. Of course, they are unlanded, because Brittany now is a Norse jarldom. But be that as it may, bringing in a new wife that at least is from the general area, I think is a nice little addition. And maybe some Velfs can sit the throne in Brittany one day. But that is not the target. That is not the goal here. Of course, Burgundy is the main goal. So, we had to reach out to Count Udis because, of course, our alliance with him has expired after our wife died. But we renegotiated it, and as such, an alliance has been reformed. But due to the shy nature of Konrad, he is now overwhelmed by stress and a mental break. And, of course, he needs to be alone to think about this, and he will kind of seclude himself for a little bit and not really worry about it. So petitioning liege, pay homage, we're not going to do that. Of course, he is now secluding himself after that mental stress of trying to, get a new alliance. But as such, we're now going to look at Viennois. The war down there, as we predicted, was a very, very quick war. So not one I'm overly surprised by. If we look again at declaring war, we have the numbers overall. Their finances are a little bit further down. But I want to wait just a little bit longer, get a little bit more money in the bank, and then we will launch our conquest against Viennois, and then kind of bit by bit eat things up there. Hookbat has left his position at our court. So now we need a new steward. Yeah, and there's not really a lot there. Roger, definitely don't trust him. Harold is already our marshal. Lucetto is our spy master. Oh, God, there's just not a lot to choose from here. So we're going to have to go with our Chancellor. We don't have anybody here. We have nobody. This is very, very, very frustrating. Probably going to have to move Harold over there, reassign him, and then the new marshal, unfortunately, is going to have to be Count Roger. I simply don't have enough to choose from. Now, I think here we're going to work on swaying him. I think that's just something we have to do. And the Duchess, well, I mean, we could try to romance her or seduce her. If we romance her, 25% chance. Well, we can't because we're swaying. And we are ill. My mortal body. Duke or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortals. You seem to be under the weather, my lord. I know a fair number of suitable remedies. Is he cautious by nature? He's gluttonous, but he's shy. He's patriarch. Do no more than what is necessary. you gain the trait ill. A little brighter. Maria brought a croaking bucket to my chambers and told me to expose my upper body. She grabbed a toad, gutted it with deft hands, proceeded to place the still twitching carcass on my chest. She continued until the bucket was empty and my torso was covered. Toad treatment turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated and the world seems a little brighter. Excellent work. You gain reduced disease symptoms for 1 year, and that's a high boost to health. Health, of course, being very, very important. So we gained well-organized levy service, so organized service, so holding taxes plus 5%. Excellent. So that gets us into a good position financially now. It is now August. It is a good time to look at moving against Viennois. Let's see if anything has changed here. No. I think it is time. It is time to expand and declare the war. But one thing I didn't see, he is terrified. Can we just request a claim? No. There's no requesting a claim there. It's worth checking. But we will declare the war for our claims, start carving out more and more. So declare the war, and it's maybe a little bit risky, but I'm hoping we can pull it off. So Duke Hugo, we will call him in. Udis, we will call him in, of Anjou. Bern, we will call to war. I mean, we have so much prestige, we can afford to spend it. He would not. Zutphen would not, but that's okay. That's okay. We don't necessarily need him. And our troops are ready for battle. So Adalberto Spoleto has joined the war as well. Take a look at our army. The commander is Count Roger himself. And we will now move in here to take on their army before Spoleto gets here too quickly. If we can crush them in the field, that would be good. A twist of fate, Hugbert has been murdered. Now we will never know what kind of... We will never know what kind of duke he would have become, or if his death is a blessing or a curse for the duchy. One tale ends and another begins. More stress for us. At this time. That is not good. That is not good. Alright, well, they're just running around. So we will see what we can do. I'd like to engage them in the field if at all possible, but we'll just siege down their holdings. But now who is... Oh, no! Well, you have died. Wow, Duke Konrad of Upper Burgundy has finally found peace at 62 years of age. He died from being ill. A man to always put the good of his family above all else, he spent his life trying to ensure a glorious future for all of his descendants. Duke Pepin ascends to the throne. Having mastered many skills, he is sure to be admired by his subjects. Continue as Duke Pepin. Wow. Well, that was not expected. We'll have the troops move in here and begin that siege. And hit pause here real quick. And take a look at the new Duke of Upper Burgundy, Duke Pepin. Look at all these claims. The Duchy of Anjou, the County of Forcalquier, Touraine, County of Anjou, Rouen, Bayeux, Avranches. I mean, he has a lot of, but the nice one is he's got this claim down here. That's huge, because then we don't have to create a claim in any form. He is humble. He is trusting. He is generous. So how will we play this? So he does not ask for much in life, so that's fine. He's trusting. He's quick to place faith in others, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. He's generous, so acts of charity. He is an astute intellectual, possesses a deep understanding of theology, philosophy, and subjects of deeper learning. He's also irritable, and he's contrite. So he suffers from a guilty conscience, often feeling compelled to confess things better left unmentioned. Great. So let's see. He's average in diplomacy, poor in martial, average steward, terrible at intrigue, average in learning. He has decent prowess. So his lifestyle, he's been in learning. That makes sense, given what he has been doing. And as such, scholarship would be the focus of +3 to learning, development growth +15%. And we will select that. He's working on whole body right now. Wow. Okay, well, it happened. Let's take a look at his wife, who's 55. She is lowborn, but they have no children. He has no children. Countess Adelaide of Provence would then be the heir. Yikes. So that's... no children is a problem. That's problematic, but it would still continue with Adelaide. The funny thing is, if Adelaide inherits, that would be interesting, because then Provence would also, because this is matrilineal, Eckhart Welf would then also inherit both Upper Burgundy and the Provence. So this could actually be of an advantage. Council position, so we have everything open here. So the Duchess, she can help with patronage or managed domain. Managed domain is very, very important. So we need a Chancellor. God, everybody hates Pepin. So let's take a look at Chancellor. Riprando would probably be the best possible Chancellor at this time. So we will assign him as Chancellor. Then the best Marshal would be Count Roger or Brother Karl. Roger will be the Marshal. None of this is ideal. Steward. Arnulf, our Knight, or Karl, our brother. Lucetto is still the Spy Master, who, by the way, does not like us. So we will make Karl our steward, and we're going to work on swaying our Spy Master Lucetto. That's just too dangerous to do anything else. Is there anything else we can do here? We can negotiate an alliance with Count Wichmann. So he will join us there. And call in our ally, the Countess Gerhild. Yeah, let's call her into war. And other wars, well, the Count down here, of course. But right now we are still in this war. We have inherited. And we'll hopefully win. Marvelous news. So our ally has joined. And can we call him in? We cannot. That's okay. Not overly concerned with that. There's a large host from Spoleto coming in here. So we'll see what they end up doing. They're besieging there. This siege is still going to take 8 months. It's 6 months here. How long is this one going to take? 52 days. Okay, so they're going to win that siege. But we could move our forces over here. So consolidate all of our troops. And now I wonder if we can move in here. We're going to lose that battle. We lose it. Better army commander. More soldiers. Gotta wait here. How many do we have? Those troops are there. Will they come in? Let's move in here. See if all of our allies come. Right now, the chances are even. You will probably lose We need our allies to come in to the battle. And if they come in, we've got a chance. There, now we have the advantage in numbers. With more allies moving in. Oh, it's their forces moved south. But we now have the numbers. We have the advantage. And we are poised for victory here against the forces of Spoleto. It's come at a large cost. But we will be victorious. Now we have to siege that back. And that'll take 4 months to win that siege. Our Chancellor has died. So we need a new Chancellor. Lucia of Martigny or Arnulf. We'll assign her. So if we look at this, we lost 915. They lost 757. We lost a lot of pikemen. No knights. They lost a lot of bowmen. Levies was rough. Light footmen, we lost more. So, siege has been won. And now we have something else that is under siege right now. Just said. But I can't see it. Alright, so now we'll move our forces here to besiege our target province. If they come down south and actually join us, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. If we can engage them in the field and destroy their host, that would be the best outcome. And I just saw that little news note. Because of a blunder, we have now gained a claim on the county of Lyon. So another county of this duchy, which is also part of our quest for Burgundy, has now become available for us to press. Of course, here comes another force from Spoleto. Our allies are kind of spread out. We could move north to counteract that. It's going to take 7 months. We've got 6 months here. Here comes another force. 4 months now. We move up north to take them on and destroy them. 6 months still. 3 months, 2 months. All right, we can't wait. We're gonna move our troops here. Lucetto has been swayed. We need to move our forces up that way and engage them in the field once more in the hopes of destroying them. But these are the combined forces now, so maybe we can actually take on the targeted liege lord. But we'll sit here, and now we will move in there. Can we capture them? Once all of our allies come, will they get there fast enough? Will they get there fast enough? Yeah, a few more. And now a few more. And now a few more. And now it is tight. Very tight. How will the roll go? Uh-oh, now it's swinging against us. It's swinging against us quickly. And we are going to lose this battle. For shame. So defeat. Defeat. Not good. And it looks like this is definitely swung against us now in this battle, in this war, in fact. Need a new spy master. Maria. Sure, we will assign Maria to this position. We'll work on swaying our bishop. Dang it. So frustrating. Savoy is under siege. Not good at all. Especially because our allies, of course, have now been kind of shot into the wind, and we need to rebuild our forces before we can do anything. A new learning perk, mental resilience, so mental breaks, plus 3 years, restraint. Embrace celibacy and abandon celibacy decisions. Wash your hands. Reduce chances of contracting illnesses. Well, given how Konrad, our father, died, I think that's the one that makes the most sense. But in the meantime, this war is not looking good. We've got some allies up here. They've regrouped. And they are coming back down south. I have been hosting your Chancellor, Mayor Lucia, for several weeks. And she has helped me truly see the splendor of your realm. And under your rule. I am blessed to have such grateful servants. So Rogier gains a big opinion boost. Alright, so now we will move these troops up north in hopes of putting all of our allies together in one. It's still a very large host that we have no chance of defeating in the field at this time. And they're going to win the siege of our capital. And there's nothing we can do about it, which could end the war. Wow. Okay, impression twice made. Ahead of another feast in the honor of my liege, Queen Ermenga, Duke Hemming pays me a visit. Neither of us are in the Queen's best graces. But if we were able to provide a spectacular show at the feast, we might improve our standing with her. I will provide the gold for the venture. So 47% chance she gains 30, or 15 opinion. I find the entertainers we need. That will cost us 150 prestige. I think we better focus on the small things. Improved impressions for 5 years. That gains us diplomacy. Yeah, we're going to do that because we're in war right now. And there's nothing we can do there. We did gain an artifact, by the way, that I just clicked out of, I realized. We can ransom this mayor, which we will do. But I'm just focused on this war right now. A faction has been created against us. Peasant rabble. Ransom has been accepted. And here comes the enemy. Come on, those 700 come in. And we've got a chance. And there they are. This is a tight battle. Come on, we need some good rolls. A swing in our favor would be good. It's so tight. There's some good rolls here. And it looks like it's swinging against us. And there we go. We are not going to win this battle either. It was so close. So close. Rogier has died. It looks like. Yes, our marshal has died. And we can reassign Karl. Now we need a new steward and Beatrix. We'll assign you there. And we need a new leader of the army. We're going to put Karl in charge. Why can I not? It won't let me. Alright, well, it's not looking good. It looks like we're going to lose this war that our father started. I don't think we can regroup our forces fast enough. Especially if they win this siege, which odds are they will. Then we have no chance. Our army can just not rebuild fast enough. And there we go. Now Karl is in charge. Galician culture. We're going to stick with the Bavarians. It's the same one that our father had. And we are waiting for these troops to rebuild. There's really not much else we can do. We can move them down here and siege back some lands. But they're going to win this siege in just a few days. And with that, they will then win the war. And, we need to regroup. And so be it. Defeat. We have lost the war for Viennois. Sorio has been swayed, and we've gone into debt. Massive debt. Well, not massive, but large enough debt. That really, really does hurt us. So much happened. So much happened. We have no available spouse. She has been imprisoned. We can't ransom her, except for a favor, but for 50, we don't have the money to get our spouse back. So much has fallen apart here in so little time. We're still swaying him, so hopefully that'll change, and then we'll slowly go through there. But we still have Upper Burgundy. We've got the claim down here, which is, of course, important. And I want to say we had other claims. It's not looking like it. Viennois, we probably had to renounce all of our claims, so we're in debt and we have a truce. So there's nothing we can do there, but we can focus down here. Oh, wow, he has a few counts on his side. A pretty decent military strength from their allies. But there's nothing we can do about that right now, and I think this is the time to end today's episode. If you enjoyed it, and all the changes that have now happened, please do hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to not miss anything out on the channel. Let me know what Pepin should do next. I believe focusing back on here, where we actually started the series on, would be the most natural progress, and then kind of unite the Welfian lands here also with the Provence, and maybe get Burgundy a little bit different way, other than the old school conquest way. If you want to support the channel financially, you can drop into Patreon, link down in the description. Also check out the Nexus GG store and the Discord, and you can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. All links down in the description. Until next time, I am Realm Builder Guy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.